there, I'm Weena Cullins, a leading therapist and relationship expert in the DC metropolitan area. My clients call me their professional best friend. For over 15 years, I've been helping people through some of the messiest personal and relationship issues. So everywhere I go, someone is always stopping me with one quick question. And today is no different. I just received this email from Evan. Let me fill you in. After months of doing our own thing, one day my ex and I just started communicating again. Just like that, we were back together. There was no real discussion about how it happened. We just naturally fell back into our old routine. The crazy part, though, is that the breakup was really bad. Though it seems like both of us magically want to move on from that painful part of our past, I know it can't be this easy. Weena, how do we truly rebuild after a bad breakup? Evan, you're right. Even after a bad breakup, with enough time and space, some partners let go of the negative feelings and find that they're moving toward each other again. If you aren't careful, you can ignore important cues that you're reconnecting for the wrong reasons. Let's start there. The first part of rebuilding requires you to examine your motives for getting back together. You also have to be able to discuss them out loud with your ex. It alarmed me when you said that neither of you have really discussed why you're back together. I wonder if poor communication was one of the problems that led you to break up in the first place. If it was, it's time to start talking. Have a direct conversation about your reasons for getting back together. If the thought of this scares you, it lets you know where one major area for growth is already. If either of you sound shaky about your commitment level or the reason you may want to try again, then don't put a label on your relationship yet. This could do further damage. Sometimes the hardest part about breaking up is breaking the habit of being together. Couples who rebuild and find more satisfaction after a breakup realize that there's real value in their partnership. In other words, staying together because you have a shared history or you can't break your habits isn't a healthy foundation you can rebuild on. The second part of rebuilding requires you to reflect on what you contributed to the relationship the first time around. The good, the bad, and the ugly parts. If you don't, after the newness of the reunion wears off, your relationship is going to look exactly the same as it did before you two split up. Why? Because nothing's really changed. Couples who get back together successfully own their past mistakes, reflect on what factors contributed to their unhealthy attitudes or behaviors, and they intentionally move forward in a healthier direction the next time around. This may look like learning how to be less selfish, not cheating, improving your communication style, being less controlling, or even being more adventurous. Getting back together without making real lasting changes will lead to another breakup, and the next one may be worse than the previous one. The last gem I want to drop on you is to move on from what happened in each other's lives while you were broken up. It sounds like you two haven't even broached that subject yet, and perhaps you shouldn't. One of the biggest roadblocks to a successful reunion is stressing over the details of what happened while you and your partner were on a break. Regardless of who initiated the breakup, it's unfair to hold it against your partner that they dated or slept with other people. I know it might be harder to let go of your feelings about your partner's behavior during the breakup if it wasn't your idea to break up in the first place. You may even feel like your partner cheated on you, but you've got to work to not make that a new problem in your relationship. Constantly bringing up what happened during the break after you've reunited is a relationship killer. Couples who successfully get back together learn to leave the past in the past. Evan, there is nothing wrong with revisiting a relationship as long as you learn the lessons it tried to teach you. Take your time. If you and your ex don't slow down and dig beneath the surface to address your problems, you won't have a stronger, healthier connection this time around. Going to couples therapy is also a healthy option for learning how to create that healthy connection. It's time to level up. If you're looking for other tools and tips to help you along your relationship journey, subscribe and hit like below and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest at Weena Cullins LCMFT. I encourage you to comment or leave me your quick question right here on my channel. You can also DM me on Instagram. If you're in the DC, Maryland area, you can always schedule an appointment online at weenacullins.com to come and see me in person. You can also send me an email at hello@weenacullins.com. Until then, take care of yourself and the ones you love.